Speaker 2 for the second half. They are a research assistant at the National Institute of Health grant for Native Americans in STEM fields. An interesting fact about them, more often than not, she can remember the outfit a person was wearing when she first met them. Her talk is Indigenous Perspectives in Math and Science. You guys give it up for Apollonia Piña. Did I say it right? Awesome.
Hello, Apollonia Piña Wiley, Chahajapros, Idrogi Amalegridos, Dalahasi Moman Amadalvados. I have a background in math and science. Went to the University of Oklahoma. Yeah, here's this. So what do we think of when we usually think of scientists and mathematicians? Usually, probably, you're going to think of somebody that's white, that's male, and that's old, has gray hair. What comes to mind when you think of non-Western math and science? Most people probably haven't considered that. Hopefully, in the future, you will think of somebody that looks like me, a mouthy Chicana and Muskogee girl from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Western science, how is it different than Indigenous science? It's very linear, forward, only moves in one direction, taxonomic, authoritative, and is concerned with extraction and how to be and help in the now, not thinking of the future. Indigenous science is the complete opposite. It is non-linear, circular, and comes in cycles that repeat. Interrelated, we have a respect for all living and non-living things, and you think about how it's going to impact not just this generation, but future generations. Having a Eurocentric trajectory is problematic because it implies that any other epistemology is second class and less than, and savage, not as good. Native America, yes, so these are some of the things that we've definitely contributed to sciences, such as our advanced astronomy. We used to travel, my tribe, the Creeks, from Florida all the way to Cuba routinely in canoes. Cahokia Mounds, these are my way back people, the Mississippian mound builders. This was a very advanced society, and pre-contact, pre-Europeans, we had road systems all over America doing trade with all of the tribes in America. This is an example of a calendar system from the Winnebago tribe. This is how they kept track of the solstices and also women's menstrual cycles. Thank you. North American tribal number systems, in case you didn't know, here in America we use a base 10 number system. Other tribes that use base 10s are those listed. Other tribes use a base 8 or base 16, and those come from the spaces in between your fingers. We're going to talk about blood quantum, which is bullshit. Because you can't quantify somebody's indigeneity, and that's totally comes from scientific racism. This guy is problematic because he thinks that my people, brown people, civilizations weren't sophisticated enough to create all the pyramids that we did and whatever technology, and that it had to have come from aliens, obviously, such as the Nazca lines. I mean, those brown people in Peru were definitely not smart enough to come up with this on their own, so it had to be, obviously, alien technology. So this is in Cusco, Peru. Sacsayhuaman. What's really interesting about these are about 600-700 years old. Each of these stones weighs about 300 tons, and those were completely measured and stacked in without the use of any mortar. This is Chichen Itza. When I look at this, I see this snake that comes down the side. I also see 7 isosceles triangles. Now, it's not aliens that came up with that. We were smart enough to do that on our own. So, just to give you an example of how sophisticated the Mayan numerical system was at around the same time, approximately 1500s, to do higher level multiplication, this is what the Romans were doing, and this is what the Mayans were doing. This is 2084 represented, and it's represented by these lines. Each bar that you see here is a unit of 5. Each of the dots represents a unit of 1. And so you're able to do very high calculations very quickly. More quickly than the Romans were able to do at the time. Tu Yao is very interesting. She is Chinese. She only had a bachelor's degree in chemistry, And she, with her background in chemistry, and also her extensive background in traditional Chinese medicine, came up with the first cure for malaria. So I just want to say that Western and Indigenous science methodologies can work together. It is not New Age BS or woo-woo. And the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, oh my God, that went so fast, how are you? But no, so I'm going to use this though, my background in Western hard sciences and also my culture and traditional sciences to have my own first Native birth center here in Oklahoma for Native and Indigenous patients. But